Alright, timestamp. It is February 15th, 2:15, 2026, about 5:20 a.m. Um, actually got a lot of sleep. I got up probably about an hour ago. Went to bed around 8. Yeah, I got 8 hours. Yeah, go me. Roku Doctor Who is definitely broken in some way. Past 36 hours, they've played nothing but Rebos Operation, Stones of Blood, which are both Key to Time, Fourth Doctor, Romana 1 episodes, good episodes, and Caves of Androzani, which is Peter Davison, number 5, his last episode. Nothing but rotating those three. Past like 36 hours. Very strange. I don't know. Health check, congested, a little bit of chest tightness, general weird feeling. I think anxiety based, basically. I just let Scrappy back in. Tanner is still running amok in the backyard, barking at the fence, living his best 14-year-old life, so I'll let him in here in a minute when he starts yipping at the door. I have come to the conclusion that I'm not going to get any more 30-ounce mugs. I've been using this one for the past 5 minutes, and it is actually unwieldy. It's a 30-ounce mug, which that doesn't look like me so much, but it's pretty funny. Like an exhausted Bugs Bunny is the cockroach. Figured I'd take it for a drive. I just got it in like a week ago, and it's a little unwieldy. It amused me. I ordered it. I got it for like $15 on eBay. I was like, wow, it still has the box too, which is crazy. Brand new. They apparently never used it or something. I'm probably going to wash it, put it back in the box, and put it up in the cabinet for novelty reasons, but it's like almost too heavy. Which is not to say that I'm a wuss or anything like that. It's just at a certain point, I guess I didn't go to the pub enough. You know, my quart of beer. I think I hear a yipping. It's cute, it's amusing. I'll keep it. But I don't need to use it on a regular basis. Oh my guys, right here. Alright, can you stop grooming him for a second so I can get up? Thank you. Your Grace? Scrap, you gotta move, man. Thanks. Janus, don't keep stopping, man. Oh. Tannhauser. Scrappy, you already had yours. Go. I gotta record this. This you go. See the skill in that. Oi. spring coming to get coffee. Jeez. Oh, now they also coming. There's a man over there. Jeez. Jeez. We got the cookies. Alright. We're good. Okay, now Jinx is stopping right in front of me. Stop stopping. So yeah, I got a bunch of boxes over here and artwork to go. Module 9. Yes, Jinx, thank you. The water bowl needed to be moved desperately. Aliens. Oh. Okay. Wasn't sure what I was looking at there. Suddenly got like flagged that whole, you got an email. I looked and it was just a delivery notification. A little shallow breathing. I don't think it's lung based though. Just a little bit of a panic wave coming. I don't like these. That was one thing I wanted to look up though. So I did get in a couple of stuffs yesterday. Need to pull it up because I want to make sure I tell you what it is accurately. Alright. I'll pull that down here in a sec. I got in one of my space troopers. This is the I think this is the standard one. I think the 3-pack that I've got coming in is the Toys R Us exclusive one. Because I want to do a side-by-side comparison because they are very obviously the same figure, but not. I mean, there were some pretty drastic differences based on the pictures that I saw, so that's going to be an interesting side-by-side. He actually has this Pew Pew, though, which is nice. Pretty cool looking Pew Pew. Makes me wish the other one had had it, but, you know, is what is. And I got in a clone trooper that I had ordered. I think he's a clone trooper. It's a EVO trooper. Evo. I don't know if it's spelled out or pronounced. You know, he looks pretty cool. And he is in a. Well, they've actually got a bag sealer. They actually sealed this. It's not a Ziploc. Basic plastic sealer, not too complicated. Used them when I worked at a factory one time for shrink wrapping. You had to shrink wrap like 8 packs of stuff together. Thing many years ago. Yes, I've been a factory worker. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. No accessories came with him, but he's got all of his, you know, already molded on belt gear and stuff. Clearly something could fit on his back, like a backpack or something like that. Probably not a breather because he's already got that set up on the front. Hose goes to this little mechanism here. I like the look of him though. And I got him for like $10 total. It's like 5 and 5, you know. Not 5 by 5, that's totally different. It said open, loose, used for display. Joints were still tight, and they're still, it's not, it's like you actually have to move it and it'll stay in place. That's what they mean when they say joints are tight. That means they're not so loose that they're like flimsy, flopping around. You can't pose them, kind of thing. You can't pose them without crazy glue. Having a Lego movie flashback here. Yeah, he's got a good look to him. Pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I dig it. Because, I have a thing for, like, the Imperial troops and whatnot. Not what they stand for, I just like the look of them. Because what they stand for is a little too much like what's going on here right now. And I'm on the side of the Allies, not the Axis, Keeping it real. Hi, Janus. He's parked right on me now. Looking up at me with adoration. Yeah, you're cool. You're cool. Didn't even really, I opened the box enough to know, oh yeah, that. I got these in yesterday. I was heading to bed. Got delivered, like, it's Amazon. I got delivered at like 7:30 p.m. I'm heading to bed, and it's like, oh, look at this tomorrow. Wait a minute, I don't have any orders coming in. What is this? Open it up. Oh, that. Okay, yeah, I'll still look at it tomorrow, but cool. Yeah, it's actually, someone out there is going to do a Steve Carell impression as a form of AP, but it's just too big. You are present. Okay. They're calling them assembled 3D printed 5.54 inch stick 13 action figure. I was looking for, oh, this is cool, looking for kind of a generic robot-y action figure. And this was on the Amazon. Oh, you guys are neat. I wanted to see if they were workable, nifty, ridiculous, Because I also thought I could maybe do custom paint on the heads and make rather interesting android. It reminded me of almost the design from iRobot. You know what I mean? And I got the 9-pack, I think. But it came with, like, the whole rainbow pretty much, which I thought was kind of neat. Now, the joints on this are very interesting. Somebody give him a hand. Interesting. So that goes on. Okay. Okay. Alright. I can tell by the feel these are not necessarily the most sturdy figures in the world. You know, these are not like early Star Wars Kenner figure tough. But they're not dollar store flimsy either. These are neat. And they come with accessories, which looks like they come with knife and pew pew. Looks like it's also somewhat removable. Yeah, these are interesting. And having a Matrix flashback here. Guns. Lots and lots of guns. Pyramid Head. One. Okay, some of the actual hands. Cool. Very, very, very cool. These are going to be way more fun than a 55-year-old is supposed to have. Okay, cool. And they do come with different colored hands. I was going to say, if it's just black, I mean, that still looks good, but... Very cool. Okay. Right. Right. And again, Neo's wish list here. There's a clear one. Okay, so let's do a size comparison. Borrow the green guy. Yeah. So my handy dandy D84 will forever stay on my desk, and he's a good example of what a 5.5 inch figure should be, you know, scale wise. So back to back, because I think he's actually a little shorter than 5.5. So they are probably right at, they're saying 5.54. Yeah, probably. Because if you've seen Robots of Death, the Vok droids are a little bit on the short side. You know, they're not like Billy Barty short, but, you know, they're not 6-footers. Yes, please. Frame-wise, a little bit slighter, but again, very iRobot. I think I paid 30. I think I paid like 30 for the 9-pack. And you can buy individuals for like $10 each. You know, you can buy just a yellow one or, you know, a black one or what have you. These are cool. I like the white, I think the best. It's just got a very kind of a clean, futuristic aesthetic to it. Almost a, you know, like, not really a retro punk, but that very customizable. No priming required. And the neck even has a little movement to it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these are very multi-jointed. Yeah, these are neat. These are neat. This is, again, hours of fun for a toy guy. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Dig it. His arm's in there, don't worry. And you can see that one that snaps on, it's almost like a ball joint, kinda. Like a barrel. It's like barrel shaped. The arm just snaps on that, and you got some pretty good mobility. I mean, you can go full Bruce Lee with that. And in the photos on the Amazon ad, of course, you know, it had them doing all kinds of Enter the Dragon kind of silliness. Yeah, I can do stuff with these. I don't necessarily like the dedicated holster thing, just because, you know, that almost forces them to be combat machines. And I'm thinking more on the iRobot line of, you know, I am gonna get at least a white one and paint him up though, because I have an idea there. Yeah. I am 55 and I am also 12, and I fully acknowledge that, and I make no apologies about it. And something bit me, it would seem. Owie. Got like a weird welty, itchy thing here. Hopefully it's just a flea or an ant, not a bed bug. I thought we had won that. I have to check around my pillow area and see if I've got something going on there. I haven't seen one in like 3 months, and we've looked. Heard that in like the genie voice in my head there. Believe me, I know, I've looked. Ow, ow. Yeah, these are cool though. Assembled 3D articulated T13. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, 9 pieces, assembly completed, T13 action figure, 3D printed, multi-jointed, movable. You got all those keywords? Good. And it was $29.98. Pretty cool. Wish I could order just like white, or, you know, if there's a certain color that I liked, I could just order that. I mean, I can for $10 each. I wish I could order like, you know, a 6-pack for, you know, you got a 9-pack for $30, so that's essentially $3 and change per. Can I get, you know, a 6-pack for $20? Just white. Maybe just the yellow or the green would be swell. Yeah, no, those are pretty damn cool. I like them. I may be ordering those a few times, just because I may be ordering those a few times. Yeah, those are neat. So the garage project is coming along rather well, and I'm on the old man schedule of going to bed at like 9 p.m., getting up at like 3 a.m. whatnot, which is working out pretty well. Because here's the thing: 5-6 o'clock, we were getting into sunset, and I'm not sundowning, just to be clear. That's the guy in DC. But the lighting in the garage, there are windows in the garage, and the early morning sun really helps with visibility. There is lighting out there, but because of all the stacks of bullshit that are out there, it complicates visibility, and I'm trying to see what I'm doing. My eyesight is rubbish. I do relate with Daredevil as far as my hearing and all that, but I still do need to be able to see what I'm doing a little bit. And I found some broken glass yesterday, and I didn't find it through Braille, which is good. I actually stepped on it, and I heard the scrapey sound on the concrete, and I went, oh, there's broken glass on the floor. How cool. Let me be careful with this, So early morning is prime time to work out there because I can actually see what I'm doing. So this bizarre old man schedule that I found myself on is actually working to my benefit there. So as soon as I finish my recording, I'm probably going to have a yogurt. I had a Greek yogurt with tropical fruit yesterday. I may do a blueberry or a strawberry today. I don't know. It's a good breakfast. It's a good start. Aldi has little 4-packs. Not little, they're actually kind of beefy for a yogurt pack. Like a 4-pack for like $2. And I may actually make my own though, because I do have a tubby Greek yogurt in there I probably need to use. I've been picking away at it. I usually have Greek yogurt and frozen fruit that I can work with, because it's just good for you. Remember, anything with the word berry in it: blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, raspberry, loganberry. Exactly. Has good stuffs in it. Throw it in some Greek yogurt, maybe with some Ceylon cinnamon on top. Good start to your day. But I'm making really good progress out there, which is good, because that'll give us the pantry space that we need, it'll give us the equipment space that we need, and it just gets some of the debris and BS out of there. I'm finding, I threw away a lot yesterday. I found so much stuff that was just dirty beyond repair, wet to the point of ruined, moldy to the point of you're not recovering this. Like the ugly kind of molds, which I know I should probably be wearing a mask while I'm out there. I'm defying science here, hopefully not to my detriment, but just trying to make room, because we're not even sure how I word that, because my dad is still alive, so it wouldn't really be past tense. It wouldn't be past tense if I'm talking about a couple of people, if one of them is still alive, right? I know we're getting into real technical grammar questions here, right? Are my parents hoarders? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is part of the problem they weren't organized and or stacking things well? Yeah. Yeah, actually it is. So I can create a lot of room out there just by, number one, we're moving a lot of that to the lanai, carefully boxing and whatnot. We're going to be taking up probably about a third of the room that they were taking up because it was just like spread out surface level. But also I'm going to free up most of the garage, if not all of it, other than the stuff that we're trying to store. So I have a plan. It's painful and arduous and ugly and nasty and moldy and wet and all that, but I'm making pretty good progress. Probably tomorrow in my entry I'll kind of do a walkthrough with you so you can see where I am. Right now I would be having to dance around enough stuff to where it's going to be more of a pain in the butt, you know. But yeah, we're looking a lot better than we were. It really itches. What are you? Something got me. I'm delicious, so hard to say. Actually, speaking of, it might have even been a mosquito. They do, they love me. Oh my god. I'm O positive, baby. Nom, nom, nom. But yeah, I was doing work, watch a video, work, watch a video. And I know I was driving my kids crazy, and they can deal with it because I'm doing the lion's share of the work. Blaring Jekyll and Hyde and or Legally Blonde out of my little boombox over here on the kitchen counter. And there may be some more Jekyll and Hyde today because there's always Jekyll and Hyde. I've got the producers over there. I've got Cabaret, Alan Cumming. Oh, hell yeah. Guys and Dolls. The Nathan Lane, Peter Gallagher. It was a 90s revival. Nathan Lane as Nathan Detroit. Peter Gallagher as Sky Masterson. Or Obadiah. It's a part I'd like to play. Sky Masterson, that'd be a fun part. And written for a baritone. Yay! Obadiah. Obadiah Masterson. It's his real name. You're the first person I've ever told that to. Yeah, I can do the part. And I look good in that kind of suit. Trying to get my breathing under control. Yeah, and then I have some Alan Parsons and some Billy Joel and Queen and, other good stuff over there. But I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I got some new toys. Yeah, those figures are cool. Those figures are cool. I really wasn't sure what I was going to get. I was nervous about that box of chocolates. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Papa Wolf may need to get a few more of those. Those are pretty cool. Anyway. recalibrating right now. I'm not bored. Can't be bored around here. Heard of bored. I don't really know what it feels like. Anyway. While you can, hug your parents, hug your kids, and make it a great day.